Want bigger biceps as a teenager? Stop doing what everyone else is doing, because I see the same mistakes over and over again. Teens walking into the gym, grabbing the heaviest weight they can find, doing endless curls with terrible form, then wondering why their arms aren't growing after 2 months. Look, I get it. You want real results fast. You see these jacked influencers online claiming they built their arms in 90 days naturally, and you think if you just work harder, you can do the same thing. But here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Building muscle as a teenager is actually easier than as an adult, but only if you do it right. Your testosterone is naturally higher, your recovery is faster, and your body is primed for growth. So today I'm going to break down the exact system that works. No BS supplements, no genetic excuses, just the real science of bicep growth that works specifically for teenagers. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your current routine isn't working, and more importantly, what to do instead. The last tip is the most important tip. Luke's BeanieBeast here, and if you want to grow more bicep, listen to what I have to say. Most guys complicate it. It's like, oh, do these bicep exercises. Oh, this one's the best. Oh, that one's the best. Oh, do this, do that. They overcomplicate. They're trying to get views by being a little controversial, but I'm here to keep it simple and help you the best I can, especially as a young teenager that wants girls to look and give you attention. So the first thing you want to do when you want to grow big biceps is to stop listening to all these guys saying, oh, start off the workout with biceps. No, what you should do is have a back and bicep day. Those pair perfectly, and you have the curls finish off what the compound started. So in reality, a pull day should include a lat focused back movement, then a row focused back movement. Those are compounds, and with those you already worked the biceps low already. You don't want to do multiple sets of curls at the end of a workout since they've already gotten work already in the compound movement. Single bicep exercise that I think is the best, it ain't the preacher curl, it isn't the standing alternating dumbbell curl, it isn't the Bayesian curl. I think the best bicep exercise is the seated incline curl. You wanna know why? Because you're training it with the bicep behind, like this. Preacher curl, you're doing it forward, right? Now I know the preacher curl is very stable and whatnot, but the stretch included with the seated incline curl is way better. You're training it behind, and when you set the bench up, make sure you're leaning back a little bit, doing the curls, and you have your tricep leaning against the bench pad in back of you. That creates stability right there, and you just go back and you curl. You don't move your elbows, you stay locked, and it just feels crazy. The stretch is crazy. The burn after the set will be crazy. Now, if you're doing this, do it for 3 to 4 sets. I recommend starting the first or second set with a strength focused rep range, like 6 to 8 reps. You do the strongest weight you can for 6 to 8 reps. The third or fourth set, depending if you're doing 3 or 4 sets, do a higher rep range, like 10 to 12. I really get the best of both worlds of that. It feels great because you're getting the strength up, you're building it. It's a little more of a strength-based thing, lower reps, whatnot. But then you finish off with the burn with 10 to 12 reps, just really focusing on form and slow eccentric, control eccentric. That way you get the best result. After those 3 or 4 sets of seated incline curls, you are going to feel it, and you do not need to do preachers. You don't need to do any secondary bicep movement. You don't want to train those motherfuckers too much. Listen to Nuno lifts on TikTok. Nuno tells you to do 2 or 3 sets, 6 to 8 rep range. Boom.
So when you are in session, it benefits you more to do 2 sets.
It's just so simple to grow your biceps. Do a single movement, kill those motherfuckers, and then train them again. Now, the big tip I got, and by the way, just drop a comment on what your favorite bicep exercise is. I'm pretty curious to know, and I'll reply to every single one. Now, a big tip that influencers don't say is because biceps are a smaller muscle, you don't need to only train them twice a week. I think that the whole twice a week thing is a little overdone, and they're mainly talking about like the big muscle, but with biceps, I'm gonna be honest with you, you can train those motherfuckers 3 to 4 times a week. Yes, I said it. I personally recommend 3 times, a little bit more than 4, but if you can do 4, that's even better because they're small muscles and they recover really fast. So hammer them, make them sore. And if you want the icing on the cake, the second part of the routine is doing reverse curls for 3 sets. Yes, you're not going to hit the exact same muscle as the bicep, but because you're doing this with the easy bar, I recommend the easy bar over the straight bar because I think it's a little easier on your joints. Reverse curls work the brachialis and brachioradialis of the forearm and hits a little bit of your biceps, so you're working biceps but also working the forearms, and everything's just working together. There's multiple things being done, and that is the perfect workout. I swear, 3 to 4 sets of seated incline curls and then 3 sets of reverse curls is a perfect bicep / forearm workout. Do those, that's all you need. You don't need to overcomplicate. Everyone's like, oh, do this, do that. No, don't do that. I'm trying to help you. Now, I explained to you what the routine was. Now, here's what you got to grow it outside the gym. Just eat good. I already have a whole video already talking about like certain things more in depth with diet. So go check that out if you want more on this. But all I gotta tell you is just eat really good. Bicep growth will help a lot with the C incline curls and stuff, I'm telling you, but it won't grow that much if you're not eating good. Eat good, healthy food instead of trash food like I did for the first 16 years of my life. I'm now 17. I know y'all are young watching this and you got your mama cooking, whatever, but try to learn cooking if you can, and maybe try finding things that can make it a little healthier, whether it be instead of using cheddar cheese on certain meals, do mozzarella, low-fat cheese, just anything, or instead of crazy fat peanut butter, you get more organic peanut butter, anything. It all adds up, and eventually once you're old enough, you can start really cooking your own shit, get your own job, get your own money, and cook real healthy food in the pan. And now for a timeline, what to expect when doing this. Literally, if you do my routine after doing whatever your garbage routine was, you'll expect to see growth in probably a month or 2 months max. And you'll already see growth, you'll feel it better, you'll have some soreness to indicate that that's a good workout. And then after those 2 initial months, you'll just expect natural growth where it's just kind of like, normal, Don't plateau. If you start plateauing, then maybe you can switch to another exercise, but you shouldn't be plateauing. Always progressively overload, whether it be better form the next week, 1 extra rep, or 5 extra pounds, or 2.5 extra pounds on the dumbbell, depending on your gym. I know Planet Fitness has only dumbbells up to 75. Crunch Fitness, I know, has up to 120 pounds with more like 2.5 pound increments between all the different numbers, more variety. And if you want the illusion to have more bicep growth, make sure you pose the right way, because posing does matter. And if you want people to see you with the best biceps, posing matters. Instead of just doing this, which a lot of people do, bring the shoulders up more, like what Greg Doucette says, and make it really pop. Find what works for you and make sure you make it pop well. Don't abuse filters. I already have another short on photo tricks that can make you look more vascular. Just don't overdo it. Look, I just gave you everything you need. The compound movements, the real routine, the nutrition truth, and realistic timelines. This isn't theory. This is what actually works for teenagers who want bigger biceps. But here's the thing. Knowing and doing are 2 different things. Most people will watch this video, think that makes sense, then go back to doing the same old bullshit that wasn't working. Don't be that guy. Try this routine for 4 weeks and watch your arms explode. Drop your current bicep size in the comments. If you got this far, God bless, and smash that subscribe button. See ya.